Good evening and welcome everybody. It's Obi-Wan Pez for and Simplex Pachinko. We're doing some stellar cartography tonight. Well, it's okay. So, for right now, we're trying to find the biological that is on this planet, allegedly. Now, in theory, we probably should just go straight up into the atmosphere and turn around and take a look and make sure that it's actually, like, here. But I am at least going to take a quick look, see if there's anything that we can notice. Yep, found it. Just so we don't have to go anywhere. Kerchunk. Come on now. There we go. Alright, we're going to change our loadout for Artemis suit, which has the genetic sampler. And then we're going to hop out. Maybe there wasn't something right here. Okay, or not. Oh, wait, hang on. I heard a ping maybe off to my left. Yeah, there it is. So you can hear this little, tiny little ping. Alright, so we have some sort of fungoidea, I think. Nope, funticula. And generally speaking, if we bunny hop across the planet, we end up using up slightly less energy, and we can run a little bit longer, I think, in terms of distance. Could be wrong about that, but alright, so now we need to get approximately 1 kilometer away and do the same. Oh yeah, plenty. Back up a little bit this way. See what we got for terrain. Ooh, right there. Kerchunk. Hey, me, Machine Rex. Yep, I just decided I was going to do this stellar cartography anyway on Elite, so might as well stream it. Somebody who does play Elite might find it interesting, or might have information that would be helpful either for me or for them. And I figured anybody in the community might just be interested anyway. Just cuz. Man, this stuff's good. It's lousy. All over the place. Oh, so close. There we go. And if anybody wants to pop in with a math question, we can always do something like that too. So. Someone out this way. So how's things, Rex? How you doing? That should be number 3. And then we need to find out where the other sample is. I would not be surprised at all if it is bacterial, which means that we're not going to find it just by visual scans. Almost guaranteed. This whole area seems very rich with biologicals, so if bacteria does grow within this region, it should be fairly close by. But one of the problems with bacteria is just that it's so hard to see, especially especially with night vision. But if we go like this, turn on our lights, and stop the roll. If there is bacteria nearby, we should still be able to see it reasonably well. It's going to look like the high-res area. And I'm not even kidding. It's going to look significantly different from everything else, like all the rest of the terrain around it. And it's going to look higher resolution than everything else around it because it's a newer asset. If we can find one quickly, that'd be really awesome. But these are all Fonticula. Same stuff that we had. Oop, right there. That gray one, just off to our left. Let me put the... I'll put it right in the little... That front section is pointing to it. Just on our left here. Right there. So that should be the bacterial. And if that's it, then we have to do a lot less work. And by work, I mean, like, fly up into the atmosphere, turn around, and come back. Yep, got it. Ah. Not high math level. Thinking hard about complex numbers. Nice. I mean... Let's be honest, Newton went kind of that way at the end of his life, so... You'd at least be in decent company. No, and it does actually sort of link to what we were talking about last night, when a couple of the people, what was it, Megalomorph said, you know, are you sure you want to expose this person to Collat's conjecture, because it's like a crank factory. Just instantaneously, like, no matter what, just almost always turns people into raving lunatics and fanatics about, like, oh, this is the nature of this particular thing, and they don't want to hear that they're wrong, or they don't want to hear that their idea is complete crap, because sometimes it is. There's one. Let's see if we can find another one just over here. There's a big one. Alright, backward. distance from this one to the previous should be not an issue. Okay, I think we maybe have a red spot. Yeah, we can't actually land there. Although, you may want to check out the Welsh Labs thing that I highlighted last night.
Warning. Dangerously low temperature.
Which was called Imaginary Numbers Are Real. May not exactly align with what you want to do, but nonetheless, it's kind of interesting. But imaginary numbers, if you're using them in yeah. Right, Welsh Labs. It's particularly helpful if you're talking about trying to do some sort of rotation. And so I is like fundamentally used in rotations, especially when you're doing like image processing. So you can rotate an image by using a vector that has eyes in it to rotate everything over that way, I guess. Three axis. JK, yep. Hey, thank you for the follow. It's right, welcome on in. My name is Obi-Wan Piz, this is N Simplex Pachinko. We do mathy type stuff on Tuesday nights, and we do gamey type stuff on typically Friday nights, and then the rest of the time I just make up whatever I want, so seems to work alright. If you have any particular math type questions, we can hop over to the nice. We can hop over to our Excalibur, where we do most. Oh, right, that's the green light, not the. So close. Okay, this was not a great idea. I did just kind of hop out without even checking to see whether there was any biological within this area. I'm not hearing a ping either. Alright, so we board, we hop up just a little tiny bit. Quaternions, yep. I was recently looking something up, and somebody said that it would actually be better if instead of quaternions we started using rotors. And, like, I don't understand it very well, but nonetheless. Rotors end up solving the gimbal lock problem that exists with quaternions, where if you're using quaternions to figure out the proper movement for a gimbaled rocket system, that it ends up getting locked into a particular position and the computer is unable to move it because it's reached like the furthest it can go in one direction, and then it just won't go any further, but it needs to correct more, so it needs to push it further, but it can't push it further. So rotors tend to fix that. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but it ends up needing a lot of tensor calculus, and I was going to learn tensor calc, but like it's really hard. Maybe I'll figure out some more of it in the next few months, weeks, years, who knows. This looks promising-ish. Oh, that's even better. Wide open area. Come on, bacteria. Yeah, even vandalized a bridge. Stepped out of the region. Kind of hope not, but it happens. Yeah, you know how I have a high Q? You know how you can tell I have a high Q? I don't believe in IQ. Nah, I don't really believe in it. Mostly because the potential's there for just about anybody. The problem is that IQ is typically a better measure of the person making the test than of anybody taking it. Or perhaps not of intelligence, but a better measure of what it is that they value, which is in some ways a better indicator of what their society values. But I get what you mean, thank you. Not to be too much of a curmudgeon, yeah. There was one. I saw it. Now I can't see it. We gotta go back up in our ship again. Can't remember what direction it was in, that's the problem. Oh, I know that I would score high, probably on the order of 130 to 150, but it's still just, yeah, I have issues with it. Though it could be said that I would score it a lot lower now than I did or would have as a kid. Hey Les, how's it going? Imperfect statistics? Yeah. All no. How's it going? Cool, cool, cool. There we go. Alright, it is just behind us to the left.
Warning. Dangerously low temperature detected.
There. Stereo too. This is number 3. This should be it for this one. Woo! Vesicula. Don't buy the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra if you don't want it to be a laptop replacement or you don't need a large writing space. It's laptop sized. It's gonna eat you. I'd be more worried about ending up cooking your thighs, because I almost did that once. That system was water cooled. It would run the heat across my lap, and then my blood would take it back into my body. Nope, right. We're going to ROS 249 over here. Okay, so we come into a system, we honk first.
Fuel scooping complete.
Then we run the scanner. And we got 18% already done by the simple scan. And we go to the more detailed scan, which is going to, this is the discovery scanner. We find the circles all the way in here, and then we get some sort of planet, whatever it might be. We want to check out usually all of the gas giants first, but we can also go over here and then start checking off one at a time all of its moons. There are a total at the top right corner 22 bodies in the system, and we got 3 of them just from the big scan. Don't know if those are all stars or what. I think they're all stars. Okay, we don't need to stick around on any of these like pieces of information. They are easy enough to just actually look at if we wanted to, but at the same time, no. All right. This is going to take a long time, so we're just going to click through them real quick. All right, move back up. Okay, on here. These are the light spots that we see with the light comes down and it leaves a radar ping every time there is something there. Not every something that you find is interesting or important. Okay, and we also need to check for no gas giants. Okay, not beyond the sun. Good. Here at our planets. We do keep a quick eye just over on chat over on the top left, the comms section, which in this particular case isn't really doing anything, but sometimes they do have NPCs typically make an announcement that they're going to attack you. It's very helpful. Alright, Ross 249 has 1 ringed gas giant with 9 moons. So we have no ringed stars, which is one of our targets. We do have 1 ringed planet. And then what do we have in system? We have one point of interest. Looks like it. No megaships. No tourism beacons. Nothing like that. So, 1 point of interest. Not really much else. Alright, start that up, and then we move on to the next one. G190-28. Is on our list. Good times.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, yes. Math history is full of unpublished stuff. If you found something that's interesting, like, you want to get that published, even if it's not really like something humongous and major, and it's not the invention of calculus, certainly, but at the same time, like, even just figuring out something different and cool, it definitely should be published. Some other people may end up being your editors and not liking whatever it is, but you know what? 5. Alright, no ringed stars. We have 5 ringed planets. Oops. None of them have the requisite number of moons. None of the planets are named anything funny. Come out of here, check the system. Oops. It's 1, 2, 3, and 1. 3 and 1. So 3 PY plus 1 megaship. Not really much else interesting. Wanted to publish without writing proofs? Yeah, so a lot of people do that because they don't want to do like any actual work. They want the fame and recognition for doing something awesome, but I shouldn't say that. That's kind of glib. But yeah, Ramanujan was not really concerned with fame and fortune and all of that. He mostly just wanted to get on with the mathematics, and like the other stuff that he had figured out was to him much more important than all of this formalization. Federal Navy? What are you doing?
Scan detected.
Scan that ship. Scan that ship. Scan that ship. Alright, LHS 3923 is on our list. 3923, cool. So make that jump next. Okay, yeah, hard points out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so Ramanujan really was thinking, like, as soon as everybody just sees the work, they'll understand, like, how amazing and awesome and wonderful it is. But, you know, most of the mathematicians who were around at the time wanted that formalization of proof. And that was also one of the things that Ramanujan did not have in his textbooks that he'd been reading. You know, he had textbooks from all over, mostly England, because this was England occupied India. Alright, we've got absolutely nothing here for... Nope. Alright, cool. So none of the prerequisites. So I think we're not even going to bother with the system at all. And then, got 1, 2, 3, and 1. So 3 points of interest plus 1 megaship. Right, just 2933. What's next? Ugh. I want to sort of generally end up over here. So let's see if we can't take care of this sector underneath me. PCM will not be on our list anywhere, but we can just scan and run through.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oops. Oops. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Forgot I was already in warp. Class Y brown dwarf. Right, so this, doing these scans from here will usually net us a few thousand credits. If we went around the entire system, scanning every planet from orbit, then we would end up with probably a few tens to hundreds of thousands of credits. Credits are not really our main care in Elite Dangerous. They come pretty quick for me, and I'm already at a balance of about 2 billion, so it's not... Don't really need to worry too much about how much money I have.
System scan complete.
Right. We already knew that that wasn't going to be any sort of concern of ours, but nonetheless. Okay, that away. LP 347-5. LP space? Yeah. Is on the list. Red dwarf, so we can refuel a little bit.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Oh, 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 there's one. 11. No ringed stars, but we do have 11 ringed planets. And also, right, what do we got? That's gonna be a few. Okay, so we've got 1, 'so just do it. Not really. Cuts it down a bit. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2. We don't count the extraction sites. Okay, and in addition, we see that. Oops. Damn. There we go. In addition, we see that. Planet number 12. Has 8 moons, which was one of the criteria that we were interested in finding. It is 2,000 light seconds away, so this should take us about 30 seconds. It used to take a lot longer. 500. When our surface scanner switches from out of range to too fast, that's when we know. Yep, there we go. Pull up over here. Launch one into the ring. Go right on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one seems pretty small. We also need to hit the lower ring, so we go right to the edge, and then we wait for it to say ring, and then toss another one there. This particular ship has a module which has been modified to give our scan probes larger
Surface
range.
scan
So
complete.
that's a nice little thing. Okay, we're also going to go like this and say let's go as far in as we can, which means we get as far in as we can by making our ring warning go away. And then launch a probe there. That's going to send it onto the back side of the planet. Not very far, apparently, though. Nah, nuts. The other one got eaten by the ring. Alright, that should work. And on the front, do one here before the horizon. And one here. And then we'll see how that stacks up. We need 90% coverage on the entire planet. 83. 88. 89. Oh. Alright, this'll do it.
Surface scan complete.
Once you get to 90%, you've done 100% of the job, so, you know. Makes complete sense. We're going to try to ride the line between the two rings. Go all the way around the planet and see if we can spot anything on our scope that is a bit different than other things. I'm going to knock out the filters for that, just in case. And we want to see, where does this get us? So the thing we're looking for is going to be some sort of like these. Point of interest that then typically, we hope, has the, not typically, we hope it has the symbol of the very thing we're looking for, which, you know, we're not holding out hope here that this is going to happen real easy. This is just kind of double checking to make sure. Have the right systems, we have the right kind of idea that we're looking for. So the devs said that they put a particular thing into the game and won't give anybody any hints, naturally. So we have to go find it on our own. And Super Chicken has done a phenomenal job of trying to record all of the known instances of references to this thing. It's a bit like Atlantis. Most people don't think it exists, probably. And again, in our case, we have the developer team saying that, well, it exists, but we're not telling you anything. gotta get back to the shadow before we consider it job done. Alright, we're back to the shadow. So, looks like this is a no-go on this one. Which, again, not very surprising. So, what we're doing is we're looking for a particular system that had generation ships sent out to it from Earth. They got there, and then news came back within about 150 years. So, naturally, from Sol, our home system, we're thinking that somewhere around 75-ish kilometers-ish is probably reasonable for the search area for this particular thing. 130-9. Alright, oops. Actually, select the system. One of the other challenging parts is that a lot of the old systems that used to be here in the 1984 game have different names for everything. Dr. K. Ross has been interested in cataloging the stars and like comparing the Elite Dangerous stars to real-life stars and then realigning the game to match reality. So that was her project for a number of years.
Fuel scooping.
One ring planet, and it has 8 moons.
Fuel scooping complete.
One megaship. 1 point of interest. 2 points of interest. Which planet is that? 3. Sounds good to me. Nope, all overshot. So if we just target like everybody, we end up getting their or we have an opportunity to find their like scanned signals and things like that, which get us a bonus material for later if we want to do some engineering. Right. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oops. Oops. That one's awful. Yeah, okay. Wasn't as bad as I made it out to be.
Surface scanned by
That one, on the other
50%.
hand. We'll go like this. We'll tag this one. I'm wondering if that'll make it through.
Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete.
Hello? I don't know what these are. Might have to go through to the other side of the rings, but might be able to just target this and jump in to where they are. Likely there's nothing here, but it is just ever so slightly suspicious, so. Need to get within 6 kilometers for a high energy awake scan. ENT?
Cannot comply. Frame shift drive
Why
charging.
not? Let's go on a wild goose chase. Which is also on the list, so.
3, 2, 1.
Yep. Let's see. Do you know Mark Tenbosch? Bosch? I think he was also like the rotor guy for a little while there. He is the developer who has been working on Miyagakure. Some other gas giants I apparently neglected. Cool, cool, cool. That's the guy. Yeah, his stuff. I was watching the I was watching the rotor stuff that he had done. Very helpful, but at the same time, I don't know how to mechanically do any of that stuff. Alright. We have ads coming up, so I'm going to hit that button and then go get myself a drink downstairs. We'll be back shortly. Thanks for sticking around. I'll leave this on and make sure I bring my headset down so that I can hear if I get interdicted, because that would be rather embarrassed to die while we're standing still in space. So, see you in 3. Hopefully won't get interdicted. Alright, we're back. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Miyagakure. It looks really awesome, and I really hope it comes out soon. He's been kind of... I mean, he's been working on it for almost 15 years now, so... Like, the idea is solid, and the idea is right there, but the question is, like... Has he... Has he executed it in the ways that everybody, including himself, wanted? I'm glad I didn't move, because you know what? Like I was a jerk. Now it is just an NPC nonetheless, but still. Hmm.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Whoops. That is not working. Uh-oh. Apparently this is not working correctly. Gotta go back to OBS, window capture, go back to Elite Dangerous Client, try it again, and go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so y'all didn't see me commit war crimes. We're all good.
Frameshift drive charging.
What?
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
All right. I mean, if I'm honest, the NPC probably would have just scammed me and then been like, ugh, you're useless, and gone away. Because we don't have a cargo hold at the moment.
System scan complete.
One, two, ringed planets. Yenti. It's a no and a yes, with a total of 2. Right. Set filters. Points of interest only. Okay. So these are war zones. There is one Redwood Camp. 1 point of interest. Okay. And then we had, was it LHS? 39, 60 something? Nope. 39, 30, 36, 90. Nope. 630. Man, where were we? What was the last previous? Oh, G130. Man. Not even close. Yeah, 3923, way back there. That would not have been even remotely correct. Oops. G130-9. I did not actually complete my scan of the planet in question. Nah, that's alright. We will jump to Umpelakup. Also, what is that? Jabara, okay. Umpelakup. Got him. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. There we go. There is nothing here. Oops. Hey. Literally, that is it. Alright, what do we got on this one? Compromised navigation beacon. Literally nothing else here except belts and a single station. Well, that's really boring. So that is going to be a nothing of note. There is no ring star, except if you want to count the asteroid belt. Nothing of note. Very sad. Alright. Again, we're going to continue hopping our way over toward the Boop Brigade area. So, Alon, Losen, Cairn. Let's see. We also probably should figure out which place we should actually go to. Ingale? What? Seriously? Like, what do you want? There's nothing here. Aiming for your power plant. Oh, you got a friend. Cool. It's gonna be very, very sad for you. Hey. Friends next.
Target shields offline.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
Oh, nothing? No war crimes here. Don't worry.
Target destroyed.
Let him live to tell the story.
Target destroyed.
Nothing even worth making. Nothing at all. Not even worth. Not even worth picking up. Sad. Okay. Oh no, this is Umalaka. Right. This is the utterly useless system. That's not what I wanted. Right. Class T brown dwarf. Very sad. Can't fuel scoop any of that, but we don't particularly need it. Whitney Station, Ingala 1, 2, and 3. Looks like nothing useful here either. Okay, so Gold Hill Acres. We got 1, 2, 3, and 1. So, no ring stars, no ring planets. 3 points of interest plus 1 megaship. Not really anything else useful. Too bad. LHS 103. Yes. Is on the list.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
Alright. Here we go. How many things do we have behind the sun? Definitely 1. Okay. We're gonna have to move at least a little bit. the one hidden behind the sun? Yeah. Alright, like this.
Fuel cylinder disengaged.
Alright, look back around to where the sun was. Aha. We went away, so naturally the sun appears smaller, so therefore we can actually see all the moons and everything else that was hidden behind it.
System scan complete.
What's that one? High metal. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ringed planets, but nothing particularly useful. Working. Again, 5 ringed planets. Doesn't appear to be anything useful. Set points of interest only. Alright, communal mathematic exploration. Hell yeah. 1 point of interest. LP 29266. That one's on the list.
Frameshift drive charging. Three, two, one.
Okay. Hold all the way back. We got... got 52 items you can find in the system. Yay. Good news is that a lot of them are going to be like this, where it's just one right after the other, right next to each other, all at the same, more or less, frequency. So, makes it a bit easier. And then we have a large number of asteroid belts somewhere that we can tag here, and that'll take all of them out. So all the ones around this particular star, I guess, are found. Clink. That's basically all of them the entire way through. It's so great when it happens. Okay. Star E. Almost missed that one. Alright, then we just go around here. Try to see if we can find another. Oh, that one. And go back over there. Yeah. Star C has a couple of these. That's our last one. Yep. Then we got some lower ones. Which is this? 6 biological on that one planet. Two biological on that one planet. Alright, we're just gonna have to go for that one there.
System scan complete.
Woo! Alright. One. That's it. There's one ringed planet. It has no moons. And then 2 points of interest plus 1 mega ship. And just to make sure, Which one did I target? Yeah, right there. 2,500. That's pretty nice. Look at this one real quick.
Surface scan complete. Surface scan complete.
Bail. Back to this one. Because again, this one has 6 biologicals on it, so gonna do pretty well. Deuterium, Cactoidea. Oh man. Let's leave that up. We could probably find the others. But if the Cactoidea is so restricted to only this part of the planet, we want to start with that one.
Orbital flight engaged.
This is going to be slightly to the north of where we're first going. Right there. That's a nice flat area. Pull back throttle. Landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright. Now, to find cacti. There's some. Okay, down the hill. That's nice. Lapis. Mauve. Now, once again, I didn't actually check this area to see whether or not there was actually any of this on the ground, but hey, we'll just double check real quick. Ooh. Oh, there's a different thing. Tussock. Huh. Boo. Right there. Probably. Yep. To our left. Alright, so let's get over the hill and right there. Ouch, ouch. There we go. Alright, and head to our left. Woohoo! Alright. I think we're probably going to stop stream here and continue this on another day. Um, doo-doo-doo. Let's go with where'd she go? Yep, there we go. Let's go with Celine Star Dragon. She's been doing late for about 2 hours and been running around Dezhirov in... Can't even read what system that is. At any rate, we're going to go see her on her channel. I will see you all on, again, Tuesday for math stuff, Friday for gaming type stuff. Probably at some point between then, just because I'm going to feel like streaming something else. Maybe we'll relegate certain games to certain days or something like that, and do some more math in between. So we'll see how things go. Hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. My name is Obi-Wan Pez, and this is N Simplex Pachinko. Have a good night.